There are two types of influential people: charismatic people and charming people. Charismatic people, you go towards them. Charming people, they come to you. People who are charming will come to you. Charismatic people, when you talk to them, you feel like they're the most interesting person in the world. Charming people, you talk to them, you're gonna feel like you're the most interesting person in the world. Spirituality creates charm because, oh my God, like a bath. Now, the spirituality that I'm talking about isn't an external spirituality where everyone goes like this, everyone calls each other brother or sister, or you tell someone how you're spiritual. Yes, that does have an effect, okay? It does cause people to start seeing what you're telling them to see, right? If you tell someone that you're spiritual, that you meditate, they'll 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 start seeing you completely different. It's similar to saying that you fucking kill people, right? If you tell somebody you kill people, they don't need to see you killing people. All of a sudden, the way they see you changes and their blood turns from hot to cold, right? But this type of spirituality is a spirituality that you cannot see. It's a spirituality that you cannot advertise. It's a spirituality that you can't tell people, hey, do you know I'm spiritual? Motherfucker, I don't give a fuck if you're spiritual or not. That don't work with me. I'm going to tell you what happens when you actually practice spirituality and how it affects the way people perceive you, how it affects the way a man sees you if you're a woman, and how it affects the way a woman sees you if you're a man. This video will show you why it's so important to really have a genuine meditation practice. Not a meditation practice so that people can see. Not a meditation practice where you sit in front of the park so that your crush can see you meditating, crushing it. No, it's a type of spirituality that you don't care if people know about. But it's if you actually get to that point, that real, genuine spirituality within you will radiate from within. It will shine through, like God shining through Moses, right?
People who genuinely delve into the realm of spirituality often radiate a sense of tranquility and wisdom that soothes those around them. Their eyes, brimming with the light of introspection, echo the silent whispers of the universe, inviting others to partake in their journey of self-discovery. They carry an aura of authenticity, their actions reflecting the profound truths they've unearthed within their souls. The serenity they exude is a balm to the chaotic world, making them irresistibly likable. Their hearts, unburdened by petty squabbles, harbor a vast ocean of compassion and understanding, drawing people towards them like moths to a flame. They embody acceptance, their open minds offering a safe haven for all thoughts, beliefs, and experiences. Their very presence is a melody, harmonizing with the symphony of life, resonating with the chords of love, peace, and unity. In a world often marred by superficiality, their depth of spirit offers a refreshing respite, making them beacons of light in the gloom. And thus, they are perceived as decidedly more likable.
This is from this is not Robert Greene's book. This is just my writings. So we're gonna be talking about that. And honestly, I highly recommend you guys do this because what's the channel name? Mindful Attraction. It's not Attraction Mindful. You get what I'm saying? And if any of you guys want to learn how to develop a meditation practice, you guys can either purchase the book, The Power of Now. Go to dharma.org, and there you could attend a free 10-day meditation retreat, or you guys can purchase my course, Emotional Mastery. It's a 5 to 6 week course that I created that will enable you guys to develop a meditation practice. And each week I give you guys a different meditation practice each week so that you guys can build upon each other. And I give you guys challenges. You guys can join the WhatsApp group where we have Zoom meetings. We should have one by next weekend actually. And there you guys can ask me questions based on the meditation practice that you're doing. The whole point is that Emotional Mastery is a course meant to apply what I am currently teaching you guys right now. If you do what the course says, Emotional Mastery, you will get the benefits of this. You guys say I'm different now. That's literally what I did in that course, and I could say with the most truth people treat me so much better now. And I think I'm nicer to people. People say that I'm just more warm, more cuddly per se, right? And that's because I actually learned to liberate myself from my insecurities. To be honest with you, I still have some insecurities, right? Like I don't want to get old. I don't want to get white hair. I have white hair now. I don't like that. I don't want to get bald. I got lucky with that, right? But I'm okay with my insecurities. That's just I'm getting some wrinkles now too. You know, it sucks, but that's life. By the way, people, there's some people out there who has started TikToks with my videos. And I was like, I had a bunch of girls like hit me up and like, dude, I found you on TikTok. Why you found me on TikTok? And then my nieces started telling me they found me on TikTok. And I'm asking myself, how did they find me? I'm barely uploading to find out there's a bunch of people uploading my videos on TikTok. And I don't mind at all. If anybody wants to start a TikTok with my videos, you guys can make sure to say that you're not the official channel. Say you're a fan channel, and you guys can upload some of my TikTok, or you guys can download these videos and create shorts about it. It's totally fine. You guys can do that. I don't have a problem with it. Okay, you guys are doing Father Alex a favor. So all the mindful gang members, start putting some videos up using my name. All right. So what is not spirituality? The type of spirituality that I'm going to describe to you does not create the effects that we're going to talk about. So that means hedonism, right? People who use the excuse of spirituality to have crazy, funky sex. All right, that is not spirituality, people. I don't care if you're doing it over sound therapy. That's not spirituality. Doing drugs, ayahuasca, that kind of stuff that is not spirituality. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Real spirituality is something that you do routinely every day, and it builds upon itself, and it gains momentum, and it brings you inward, and you can see your emotions, your intentions with more clarity, not visions, not feeling. Because you could do ayahuasca and it'll feel spiritual. Yeah, you're right. It'll feel spiritual. But real spirituality does not feel spiritual. It's a self-discovery. Now look, I feel like I need to address this first. When you really practice spirituality, you're not going to be needy. That's the first thing, because you genuinely learn to control your emotions. You really do. Right? So I remember I used to get so needy if a girl didn't like me or not. And the reason why I got so needy was because I feared that if she rejected me, I'm going to feel pain. And that fear of feeling that pain that I don't want to feel causes the situation to go from a very chill situation to a high stakes. Someone's like saying, shoot that arrow, make sure you hit that spot. I shoot it, boom, and I hit it. But now they're like, shoot that arrow, but if you miss, I'm gonna shoot you in the head. All of a sudden, it gets harder, right? That's what happens when you talk to people and you're afraid of them rejecting you because you feel like you can't handle the pain. All of a sudden, you start acting weird. You start getting more fidgety. You start acting more nervous. You get more self-conscious, and you give across an image of yourself that's filtered and that's tainted with insecurity. What meditation does is that it allows you to be okay with feeling pain. Not that it removes the pain, but you're okay with feeling pain. So now the avoidance behavior that you usually manifested, that it came across as insecure, will be replaced by a calming presence. And if you're a man, this will come across as masculine, because you're just gonna have a masculine, relaxed aura, right? And this relaxation will slow you down. It'll slow down your senses. You'll relax. Your face gets more calm. You're more at ease, right? Because you're not thinking. If you're a woman, and also it'll cause you to move slower. You move more slower. You speak slower. Not slow like a dumbass, but just slow in a very controlled way. It'll come across masculine. If you're a woman, it'll come across feminine, because that same behavior that a man does, a woman will do, and it'll come across as feminine. So you'll talk more relaxed. You'll be looking at the guy with more relaxation. You'll move slower. You'll have more cat-like behavior, and that will have an effect. I mean, people will just gravitate towards you. Now, let me show you one of my writings that's based on this topic.
In the dance of charm and allure, cat-like qualities often strike a captivating chord. The hushed independence of a feline, as it navigates the world with a quiet confidence, is an echo of strength and self-assuredness that resonates deeply in a human soul. This poised solitude, wrapped in an enigmatic shroud, weaves a tantalizing tapestry of mystery, drawing others into an alluring labyrinth of intrigue. A cat's grace, its lithe form gliding through life with a balletic elegance, mirrors an enchanting fluidity in human interaction, where social waltzes are executed with poise and finesse. And then there's their playfulness, a spark of vivacity that ignites the darkness, a vibrant reminder of the joyous symphony of life. Yet, their affection, offered selectively and on their own terms, creates a sense of cherished exclusivity, a soft purr of intimacy in a roaring world. To embody such cat-like qualities is to balance on the tightrope of charm and attractiveness. Where independence dances with sociability, mystery intertwines with openness, and selective affection paints a portrait of irresistible allure.
That is beautiful, right? And that's the benefits of having a meditation practice, because you develop those types of cat-like qualities that people find charming, right? If you're a man and you behave this way, it'll cause a woman to behave more feminine, because she will mirror you. She will mirror your relaxed face, your relaxed posture, and that behavior coming from a woman will come across as feminine. That behavior coming from a woman, coming from a man, will come across as masculine. And that's the effect of consistently having a meditation, having a real spiritual practice. Because then you have people who do fake spiritual practice who never change. Real spirituality is raw, unfiltered, and with nothing but the pure breath and your awareness. No drugs, no fancy sound, no shaman who's doing spinneroonie, no Jake the Shaman, none of that kind of stuff. That gives the impression of spirituality, but the real spirituality that brings change from within, that radiates from within, is bare, raw, unfiltered, uncooked, no salt, no pepper, pure meat. That's real spirituality. When I went to the meditation retreat, they told us, do not wear scent, don't bring incense, don't wear any fancy clothing. We're gonna meditate in a room where it's raw, no music, no nothing. You just notice the breath, and that's that. As simple as that, right? That's true spirituality. Where you're now, other forms is religious type of spirituality. That too. Right? I mean, but what I'm trying to tell you is the drug part, that's a pseudo spiritual experience. Now, please, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, okay? But that's just my perspective, because I've tried everything. Now, and I can promise you, the spirituality that I'm describing to you is a lot harder, because it's easy to take a drug. It's a lot harder to sit down and do something every single day and do it consistently through either prayer, like I used to do. I used to pray like 3 or 4 hours a day, or through sitting down and meditating, like we did in the spiritual retreat, in the meditation retreat, where we meditated for 14 hours a day. Those hard things are the spirituality, because they bring out parts in you, uncomfortable feelings, because sometimes you don't want to meditate. So then an uncomfortable emotion arises, and then you sit down and you observe that uncomfortable emotion. That's meditation. That's spirituality. Now, any external shows and words that you're spiritual is a load of shit, because if you say that you're spiritual but your emotions have not been transformed, you're going to be exposed as a fake. People are going to be like, aren't you the spiritual person? Why are you snapping like that? And because you don't practice what you preach, you're going to look like a hypocrite. Like you're going to look like a fake. That's not good. It's better off not to say nothing if you're not going to actually do the real deal. Aren't you the spiritual person? Why do you have no morals? Why you have no values? People who don't have a genuine spiritual practice have no morality, have no morals. If you practice genuine spirituality, the first thing that will happen is that your desire to give and help people will expand. People will notice you being more of a graceful person, someone who wants to give, someone who wants to help. In other words, they're going to perceive you as a genuine, honest person. Because honestly, when you actually practice spirituality, you really want to give. And that desire to give and help people without expecting anything in return permeates your whole character. You don't even notice how it affects you, but it does. Your gaze changes because all of a sudden your gaze isn't from a gaze of what am I gonna get from them? Your gaze is more of like a compassionate gaze, like a gaze that says, I really appreciate you. I don't know you, but I really wish the best for you. Let me tell you something, people. That thought, just that thought, changes you from within. It changes you. And a man and a woman who sees that in you will feel comfortable in your presence. If you create suspicion in people, if people don't trust you, one, it means you're hiding something. A lot of the times when people don't trust us, a lot of the times we're hiding something from ourselves. We feel insecure at whatever's happening, and that's causing us to send weird like micro like fucking twitches that doesn't go with the face that we're putting on, and that incongruence creates a lack of trust. When you meditate, you align everything. You learn to be at ease with everything, and you send one consistent signal. There's no twitchiness to it, and that creates more trust. Or most likely you're somebody who genuinely has no desire to give. You don't have altruistic desires. Now check out this poem that I've been writing for a few weeks. It's related to this topic.
In the silent chambers of the mind, where thought and feeling intertwine, there lies a realm, serene and kind, delicately designed by the divine. This is the stage where meditation plays, beneath the surface of our everyday, a neural ballet, in a quiet way that subtly changes how we sway. Meditation, gentle and profound, silences the clamoring sound of worry, fear, and thoughts unbound. Within this calm, new perspectives are found. The prefrontal cortex, our reasoning seat, in meditative rhythm, begins to beat, reducing stress, making negative thoughts retreat. Our internal world becomes more neat. The amygdala, center of fear and rage, also dances on this stage. Its activity, meditation does gauge, bringing emotions into a manageable range. Less reactive, more in tune, like a peaceful, tranquil afternoon, we become quieter than the moon, singing a more empathetic tune. The anterior cingulate cortex, a bridge between emotion and intellect, is also impacted, an effect direct, helping us others' feelings detect. Empathy grows, compassion flows, as our interconnectedness shows. Our altruistic nature naturally grows, like a river that steadily flows. Through these changes, subtle yet deep, into our actions, they seep, making us kinder, as we reap benefits that make us leap, not just within, but towards others too. A change in perspective, a broader view. Meditation makes us altruistic. It's true, neuroscience has given us this clue. So, in the silence of the self lies a power immense and stealth, to transform not just our mental health, but also sow seeds of societal wealth. By nurturing empathy, kindness, and love, we rise, like a peaceful dove, becoming altruistic, rising above, guided by the science from above.
Having a meditation practice or praying, because prayer, when you pray for people, that's pretty much loving kindness meditation, prayer, right? And I used to do that 3 or 4 hours a day. So that it kind of makes sense why I have this deep desire to help people. But when you practice loving kindness meditation or prayer, you genuinely start to develop emotions of love, emotions of compassion, emotions where you want to help people, emotions where you don't want to rip people off. That's why I treat my clients. I mean, some people think I'm mean, but it's really the way I show love. I'm like, look, you acting like an idiot. Okay, I'm sorry, I can't lie to you. You're acting dumb. Sorry. Honestly, I'm like if I was a parent, I'll be a tough parent. That's how my character is. I give love through toughness. All right, so please don't see me when I make a video and I'm frustrated at the questions. It's really the way I show love. But the point is that when you have altruistic desires that come from really from within, You will help people, but you won't care who's watching. You don't say, hey, people, look, I'm giving this money to Bob, the homeless guy. No, you're just going to give it to people, right? And you don't even need to advertise it. You're not seeking validation. You feel good from within you. The only time I told you guys that I gave money to a homeless person was a time when the cop robbed me and the homeless person. Let me not even go there. That was here in Mexico. So yeah, that's one thing, right? External shows of spirituality. Now, you can have some external signs of spirituality, like having a crystal like I have, right? Or even having the hair, having long, loose clothing. That's fine, right? Tell people who you are. That's totally fine. But that's only skin deep. Because at the end of the day, when they see your personality, you have to match that part of your personality. The next one is a real meditation practice comes with a lack of self-consciousness of how you come across. You're not going to be like, how am I coming across? Am I spiritual enough? No. Your mind will be more calm and be able to observe other people because you're not worried about how you're coming across because you're practicing meditation the right
Always
way.
talk about being a better listener, and their advice is usually very weak. I mean, it doesn't ineffective because, okay, I've become a better listener. Yeah, I'll try that, but it's very hard to overcome certain patterns. So I try to tackle the question of why is it that you're not a good listener? And at the root of that is you're more interested in yourself than you are in the other person. You won't deny that. You will say, oh, no, that's not me. That's not me. I really like people. But the truth is you're more interested in your own thoughts and your own ideas, things that you're so certain about, your own experiences, than about that other person and what they're saying and what's going on inside them. If you can flip that around, if you can actually feel the motivation to get inside Lewis and get inside his head and his experience, then you will suddenly become a better listener. That's the key, not just telling people to listen more.
So yeah, it comes with a lack of self-consciousness. So you're not going to be thinking when you're talking to people, how am I coming across? And as a result, when people talk to you, they're going to notice that you're a good listener. And that causes people to want to talk to you. I'm telling you, they'll want to talk to you. They want to tell you their problems. And because you actually develop a meditation practice or through meditation or prayer, if you're Christian or Muslim or Buddhist, you actually want to listen to people. You actually care about their problems. You actually have enough peace in your heart to be able to hold them in that presence. That causes people to project. Men and women will project their fantasies onto you because you're such a comforting figure. And that's why people fall in love with their psychologists, with their therapists, because the therapist listens so well that people will begin to project their emotions onto them and they end up falling in love with their therapist. You create a projection through having a meditation and spiritual practice. You literally will create a projection. So that's a beautiful thing, especially if you genuinely care for them, because that allows for emotional connection. You know, I've had women that they start seeing me as a father figure. I'm like, bitch, I'm not a dad. I'm just Father Alex. It's a joke. Goddamn, right? But the reason why is because they see me as a comforting figure that they begin to open up and they'll begin to actually fall for me. And I'm like, look, man, you don't want to fall for me, man. And that's when they end up falling for me, which is fucking crazy. It doesn't happen often, okay, people? It's not like I'm like dodging poom poom. Like, no, it just happens from time to time.
The phenomenon of patients developing romantic feelings for their therapists is not uncommon and is often referred to as transference. It's a psychological process where the emotions and desires, especially those unconsciously retained from childhood, are transferred onto another person, in this case, the therapist. This occurs because therapy creates a unique relationship, one that involves sharing intimate thoughts and feelings, which can create a deep level of trust and connection. In a therapy setting, individuals are encouraged to open up and bear their most vulnerable selves. The therapist, in turn, provides a safe, non-judgmental space, often leading to the individual feeling understood and accepted in ways they may not have experienced before.
And this is the effect of this, what would happen with people if you actually start meditating. You're gonna have that type of therapeutic effect on people. It's kind of crazy.
This can lead to strong emotional attachment. The concept of projection also comes into play. Projection is a defense mechanism where individuals attribute characteristics they find unacceptable in themselves to someone else. In the context of therapy, patients may project their idealized images or unresolved past relationships onto their therapists. They might see in their therapist the nurturing parent they wished they had, or the ideal lover they've been searching for, thus blurring the lines between professional help and personal affection. It's important to
It's almost like it's a form of self-sabotage. Like the brain says, it's almost like, oh my God, you're about to fix your issue. Aware of the effects because you're just so present that you're having such a powerful impact on people through just your state of mind that people would just gravitate. It got to the point in class that, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, people, ever since I started meditating more, I became funnier in real life. I don't understand what the fuck's happening. Like I say jokes like crazy now. Like my friend, she was telling me how yesterday, she was like, you should move to Coyoacan. A lot of people, you see a lot of people running there. And I was like, what do you mean running? Like running like exercise? And they just started, they were like, yeah, what do you mean? They just started laughing. I'm like, I don't know, running from the cops? Like, look, there's another person running from the cops. Like, I don't know. I'm just being sarcastic, right? But like real meditation, it gives you such a loosey-goosey, happy view of life that you begin to see the comedy in things. It's fucking unbelievable. I'm not even gonna lie. And one of the reasons why that is because you are learning how to process emotions, right? And when you process life, you will learn to process even the hard things in life. And that will give you a dark sense of humor. Like people who have a dark sense of humor, studies show they control their emotions better and they're able to handle negative emotions more. What the fuck does that mean? That means they have a stronger prefrontal cortex. And that means that their amygdala isn't really as overactive as most people. Where on the opposite, people who don't know how to handle their emotions, they actually have a lower tolerance for dark humor because and they have a higher, which means that they can't control their emotions. Like it just comes down to that. They don't know how to see the humor in things. In other words, they don't know how to see things more lightly without too much strong emotions. So meditation will just give you a better sense of humor because you'll see life with a more loosey-goosey type of happy attitude. And that will reflect in your humor. And one of the things is that you're going to have an easier time with handling darker senses of humor. And people are going to find you more funnier, more likable, more approachable, more easier to be around. That's why I make jokes out of everything. Even like Hitler, like hanging out with Hitler. We're like, hey, Hitler. How are you? I'm doing good. I'm painting. That's like Hitler before he became evil. I'm like, hey, not much, man. So how you been? Not much. I just got rejected. You got rejected? Yes. From where? From art school. I'm really mad. Don't worry, Hitler. This is just art school. What could possibly go wrong? You could just reapply. It's not like the world is going to end because you got rejected from art school. So that's one thing. They'll see you as a good conversationalist, someone who they can open up to, someone where they can see you and feel drawn to you. This is the thing, right? Something that you guys have to understand about when you develop this. There are two types of influential people: charismatic people and charming people. Charismatic people, you go towards them. Charming people, they come to you. People who are charming will come to you. Charismatic people, when you talk to them, you feel like they're the most interesting person in the world. Charming people, you talk to them, you're going to feel like you're the most interesting person in the world. Spirituality creates charm because you have this loving presence. You just love. You just want to give. You wish the best for people. Sometimes in class, I will look at my classmates and deep down, I'll be like, man, I wish the best for you. Fucking asshole, I hate you, but also another part of me loves you and I appreciate you. I know you hate my guts. Weird. I'm thinking of someone. But at the end of the day, I really wish you the best. Seriously. And this love, does it have an effect on them? I don't know, to be honest with you. But it's something that allows me to just feel open and wide on the inside. And it radiates from within. And I could even say it heals people from within. So when you're talking to people and they're insecure and you talk to them, they're going to feel secure in your presence. And that is attractive. That is alluring. That is charming. You're just going to be this vessel where you're going to make them shine simply because of your presence. That's beautiful. That is beautiful, honestly. And this calming presence makes you a great parent, makes you a great friend, makes you a great partner. Ladies, people, honestly, I meditate more, and I really like, I'm not the same anymore. Like, I don't like this. I never lied to women, to be honest with you, but I'm more, seriously, like I'm very direct to the point of just having a flaw at that. But now I don't want to play people. Like, how can I say this? Like, I just feel like I have more of morality, if that makes any sense. It's not that I was immoral back then, but I just have more morality. Like, I want to be a good, I want to, like, I don't want to hurt people. I want to be a good representative to people. And that's what meditation does. People will not perceive you as a lying, deceptive person, and you just become more likable. That benefits not only your partners, not only your friends and family, but also in your work and professional life. That's really a beautiful thing. The next thing is that you're a better listener because it increases your empathy. And this allows you to enter into a state of rapport with people a lot quicker than usual. And that is very important. Like, I could talk to people and get a conversation going pretty quick, better than before. Because I'm not thinking about, oh, should I use a strategy on how to build rapport? No. The way that I build rapport is through me observing you and feeling the utmost compassion for you and wishing nothing but the best. I'm telling you, people, when I feel this on the inside, I don't care who I talk to, you're gonna feel a rapport, because you're gonna look at me and see, and you're gonna sense I care about you. I don't know you, but I wish you the best. That feeling, studies have shown that whatever you feel, they feel. It's the opposite. If you feel insecure, they're gonna feel insecure.
Positive emotions can significantly influence our interactions with others. When we feel positively about someone, we tend to be more open, friendly, and engaging towards them. This is because positive emotions broaden our thinking and behavior, making us more creative, receptive, and willing to connect. When you think positively about someone, it can change your behavior towards them in subtle ways. You might smile more, make more eye contact, or engage in more positive body language. You might also be more likely to give compliments, express appreciation, and show interest in their thoughts and feelings.
And those things are things that, it's like you're saying, Alexis, what should I do to make this person like me, right? Those things that you just heard are things that you don't have to know. You know, when you feel the positive emotions, you're gonna do the things that I teach unconsciously. But if you don't feel those emotions, you gotta follow a script. You gotta follow a set of behavior. Why not develop the emotions that leads to those unconscious behavior that gives you the results you want? Feel the love you want to receive from people, and you'll notice the behavior that gets the love from them will naturally arise, like a flower blooming in the spring.
Feelings. These behaviors signal to the other person that you value and enjoy their company, which can lead to reciprocal positive feelings. Thinking positive thoughts about someone can also create a self-fulfilling prophecy. This is a psychological phenomenon where our beliefs and expectations about a person can influence their behavior in ways that confirm those beliefs. For example, if you believe someone is kind and considerate, you are likely to treat them in a way that brings out those qualities.
If you feel loving, they're going to feel that love in nature too. And that will naturally draw people to you. But first, you have to be drawn to them. You have to be drawn by their nature. And you being drawn to them will draw them to you because you're charming them. You're not afraid of being rejected. You're not afraid of opening up. And another thing is that you're just more willing to walk away from a place of love, not out of resentment. Not, I'm walking away because I'm tired of the way people treat me. No, that's insecure. I'm walking away because We're not good for each other, but I really still wish the best for you. A lot of guys might think that comes across as too much of a little bitch, right? It's not strong enough, but I could promise you, man or a woman, there's no winning here. There's nothing to be won. The win is for you to leave with love and not feel resentful because somebody didn't like you. Because you like yourself, and that's enough. People can reject me. Honestly, I swear to God, I've only reached this point now where people could reject me, and it doesn't have an effect on me to the point where I internalize it. You get what I'm saying? Like, I am so comfortable with myself and my insecurities and being alone that I still wish you the best, even though you didn't like me. It comes from a genuine place. When you really have that love for yourself, it'll extend onto others, and it'll be very hard for you to get bitter, because your love that you have for yourself through having a spiritual practice will radiate from within, but also you will feel it from within. It becomes like a self-esteem thermostat, where if your self-esteem gets too low, that self-love will turn on and lift it back up to where it's supposed to be. That's one thing about me now, man. I was thinking about it. I'm more open emotionally. I don't care about being hurt. I don't care about telling you, hey, look, I like you and I want to get to know you more. I don't care about looking needy. I'll double text you. I don't give a fuck. If you want to play games, my ego is not going to get hurt. I'll just observe it, that you're playing games, and leave. But I still like you. I still think you're a great person. I don't feel no resentment. I don't feel no, and that has such a profound effect of how people perceive you. First, it comes across as confident. Like, that's pure confidence. Like, it's the purest confidence that you could have. I know you rejected me. I like you. I wish you the best. I'm not holding any resentment. I hope to see you again. And if you come back, I'm not going to hold any pain, any resentment. I remember what you did, bitch. Don't say bitch, okay? I remember what you did. I won't forget, right? You're not going to fool me twice. But I'm not going to hate you for it, right? Because you've healed. When you have a genuine spiritual practice, you want to get to the point where you hold no resentment. And when people observe that, they're going to be drawn to you, because that's confidence. That's confidence, people. You guys, like, it's as simple as that. That is such a fundamental change in your personality that if people see you before and after meditating and having a spiritual practice, they're going to say you're completely different. So you're going to be perceived as more peaceful, but also more disciplined. Because by having a spiritual practice, you learn to become more relaxed, and you will be more disciplined. My life is more disciplined now than it ever was before. Like right now, I just finished a 1 hour meditation. And after I'm done with this, I'm going to do another 30-minute meditation. My self-image of being undisciplined is still there. But if I actually observe my habits, I'm pretty disciplined. Very disciplined. I just don't notice it. I haven't updated my self-image yet. So when you do this, it's a lot easier to have relationships. Your ego isn't as involved. And as a result, things just come easier. And you can let go also easier. All right. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, man. I wasn't gonna make this video, but you guys requested it. By the way, people, if you guys ever want to start a TikTok with my videos, please do. I don't mind. You guys can clip my videos. You guys can go to my TikTok and clip them and re-upload them. Whatever you guys want, you guys can do with my videos. Just let me know that you're doing it, and I don't mind it. I'll encourage it. Just please don't scam people, and make sure that if you do start a TikTok, like a lot of people have apparently, make sure to tell people this is the unofficial fan page of Alex. All right. Anyways, bye bye. See you guys later. I know a lot of you guys call me Father Alex and Professor Alex, and as a result, I want to welcome you guys to the Mindful Attraction University, led and taught by Father Alex. Yeah, that's right. I want to take you guys through the curriculum that I'm going to be giving you guys in this Mindful Attraction University. So in the first semester, we're going to take you guys, or metaphorical semester, we have 3 courses that I teach in my university, right? The first one is the psychological game of attraction. It's a course for women who are single and who want a step-by-step process on how to meet and attract the guy step by step, right? It'll take you from single to, oh my God, this guy doesn't leave me alone, right? To, oh my God, this guy wants to marry me. I mean, look at all of these results. This is one of my most successful courses, right? The next course that we have is natural chemistry, ladies and gentlemen. This is a 5-week course, along with a bunch of bonuses that women need, and I mean anybody, well, mostly women, need in order to develop a strong bond. This course is about how to develop a bond with any man, and how to set boundaries, and how to have a relationship where you feel respected. And the last course that I have in the Mindful Attraction University is Nice Girl. This course is about assertiveness training. If you apply what this course says, I could promise you, you will develop the type of assertiveness that guys would just find irresistibly attractive. It's a type of assertiveness that inspires respect, but also projects femininity, right? And all of this, you could purchase it at a 20% discount, where it's originally $293, but if you purchase it for and become part of the Mindful Attraction University, it's $224, right? And look at all of these reviews, people. These are not fake reviews, first of all. These are all real reviews. This is the beginning of a new me. Thumbs up. I came for the real world, the Lexus, and the Lexus didn't disappoint. The material has a lot of value on how to be assertive, not only in a romantic relationship, but throughout life. 5 stars. This has given me a lot to think about. Interesting course. I learned a lot from his videos. Watch them all in one setting. They're short and to the point. I like the exercises at the end, and I like the Q&A question. Easy step-by-step shop to success, right? And I can promise you, if you guys do not like this course, just ask for your money back. I promise you I won't close the channel, right? So, and if you guys don't like it, money back and stuff like that, I don't have a problem with that. But go ahead and check it out. Click on the description down below where it says purchase the bundle, and Father Alex will see you guys inside. Do not be late, or else Father Alex will have to discipline you. Meaning, like, I'll just say, please be on time.